was a cold autumn evening when Daniel moved into the old countryside house he had inherited from his grandfather. The house had stood for over a century, its wooden floors creaking with age, and its walls whispering with the echoes of the past. On his first night, as the wind howled through the trees outside, Daniel lay in bed, half asleep, when he heard it. A faint whisper. It was soft, almost like a breeze slipping through a crack in the window, but the words were unmistakable. "Leave. Now." His eyes shot open. The room was dark except for the dim glow of the moonlight seeping through the curtains. He held his breath, listening, but all he could hear was the distant hoot of an owl. Shaking off the unease, Daniel convinced himself it was just his imagination and went back to sleep. The next day, he explored the house, finding old family portraits lining the hallways. One, in particular, caught his attention. It was of a young woman with sorrowful eyes. Beneath the frame, the name Eleanor was etched into a brass plaque. Curious, he searched through his grandfather's belongings and found an old journal. Flipping through the pages, he stopped at an entry dated nearly 80 years ago. "Eleanor still lingers. Her sorrow binds her here. I hear her at night, whispering. I pray she finds peace." Daniel's skin prickled. That night, the whispering returned, growing clearer. This time he could hear the desperation in the voice. "Help. Me!" Gathering his courage, Daniel whispered back, "Who are you?" For a moment, silence. Then a single word echoed through the room. "Trapped." Determined to uncover the truth, Daniel spent the next day searching through town records. He discovered that Eleanor had once lived in the house, but had mysteriously vanished. Some believed she had run away. Others whispered darker theories. That night he called out again. "Eleanor, how can I help you?" Suddenly a cold gust of air swept through the room, and his bedside lamp flickered wildly. The closet door creaked open on its own. Heart pounding, Daniel stepped forward. Inside, the old wooden floor seemed different. He knelt and knocked. Hollow. Ripping up the loose floorboard, he gasped. Beneath it lay a tattered dress and a locket with Eleanor's picture inside. But that wasn't all. He uncovered old, brittle bones, human remains. A sorrowful sigh filled the air. The temperature in the room seemed to rise, and for the first time, Daniel felt a sense of peace. The next morning, he called the authorities. The remains were properly buried, and from that night on, the whispering stopped. Eleanor had finally found her peace.